Hey guys, Ken Smith Fishing. So, did not get to fish this weekend. We had a stomach bug go through the house. Poor little Hollis got sick. I hadn't seen anything like it since my freshman year of college. But so I've been doing a lot of shorts. You guys have been seeing. I've been posting some YouTube shorts, and actually I've been posting a lot of really fun stuff to my Instagram. I've posted almost every day for the last month on my Instagram account. So if you've never checked that out, it's mostly music related and little snippets from videos and stuff. It's Ken Smith Fishing 2.0. I'll put a link to it down below in the description. But going through all these videos, I've been going through old videos looking for good snippets to make shorts out of. And I started running across some stuff that I haven't watched in years. And I laugh till I cry. So I'm going to post up here. There's 4 or 5 of these in a row. The first one is a fishing trip Dicky and I did. He has a place down near Amstead. And this is the video. This video is from several years ago. This is 3 or 4 or 5 years old. I think it's the most commented on video I've ever gotten, and it's the most impressive math I've ever seen a guy do. He's telling me the formula, and I'm doing it on my phone. So this is pretty wild. Check this out.
Granted, there's been a few Coors Lights consumed, but those things are now all up around Dicky's ranch. All right, so we got over close to them, and they sound like jet engines. You can hear the wind whistling off the end of the blade. So Dicky knew that those blades are 138 feet long. So we're going to put some math on you right here. Hold on a second. All right, Newberry, put the math on me.
All right, we're going to say 140 foot to the center of the hub.
All right. 140 foot to the center of the hub.
Take the diameter, which is 280 feet times 3.14.
But it's not really 4 propellers, it's 3 propeller systems.
I don't care. We're talking about tip speed.
All right, so it's 180 feet, 140 feet.
Times 2.
Times 2 equals 280, obviously.
280 times
I went to school at the University of Arkansas, but I can figure that out.
Yeah, whatever. 3.14.
Times pi.
Times pi.
That is 879 feet. So you're saying
that's how far it travels in 4.6 seconds.
So we put a stopwatch on it. It takes 4.6 seconds to go 879 feet. All right, so.
All right, we're going to take that footage times 3,600, because in an hour, that's how many seconds it is. And we'll just take that times 3,600.
Times 3,600. All right, that's 3.1 million.
Okay, and divide that.
Divide by
4.6.
Why 4.6?
Just divide it by 4.6.
That's 688,000.
Okay, that's how many feet it travels in an hour. Divide that by 5,280.
Divided by 5,280. That's 130 miles an hour.
That's correct.
Now we've done that math a couple different directions, and I'm sure, because I know I've got a lot of East Texas guys following me, there's some Mensa members out there. If you don't know what Mensa means, you're probably not a Mensa member, but I think that's right.
Oh, it's right.
I think things travel.
I wouldn't have said it if it wasn't right. Whatever. It's right.
So there's your math lesson.
Okay, the second one. Before we had a place at Rayburn, I always stayed at Dicky's place. We called it the Little House. And but there was kind of the same group of guys there most weekends. And one of the guys was a guy named Charlie Hammock. And Charlie is a super guy, can and will fix anything. I can't tell you how many times we would break stuff and bring it back to the house and Charlie would fix it. And you're going to see, this will tell you how old this is. I'm using a Wright & McGill Skeet Reese rod. And I can't remember what I was throwing when I was throwing them. I think it may have been one of the very early A-rigs. And I got a giant nasty backlash. And I just took it out. It was laying on the front deck of the boat. And it was one of these, right? And I said something about I got to cut that out tonight. And Charlie said, I'll pick it out while I'm watching TV. And I said, you'll never get that out. He said, yeah, I'll get it out. And I was out in the barn doing some other stuff, or out in the garage, and rolled back in, and this is what I walked into.
So I asked Hammock to undo my backlash. He said he'd help me out. I'm out in the garage, and I walk in. And I don't know what exactly he pulled off here. And that's not a chair dance. He got a backlash. There's my line. There's $13 worth of line laying there on the floor. But now he backlashed a ceiling fan. He has to be the only human being to ever backlash a ceiling fan.
Have another drink, kid.
And I can tell you this, Matt Reed is so excited about it, he can't contain himself.
Yeah, right. I gave him 6 minutes till lights out.
Yes, that was FLW Tour Pro Matt Reed crashed out on the couch right there. So that, we laughed about that so much. The next one's one of my best friends that I haven't seen in years, Kevin Two Martini Reed. And again, we're at the little house, we're at Dicky's place. And by the way, Kevin said he said a couple of the funniest things ever. We were on our way to a goose hunt once, and he made a comment in a group of, there's about 5 of us in a truck, and he said, if I could see those fish, I could catch them, which got him the nickname Aquaman. But in hindsight now, Kevin doesn't bass fish much anymore. He's moved to Florida and he saltwater fishes. I'd love to see him with a live scope because Kevin's a very good structure fisherman. I'd love to see him in a boat today with the technology we have. But Kevin and I fished a ton together, especially right after Chambers opened. We were down there all the time. And we had a few cocktails when we wandered out into Newberry's garage, and this is what occurred over the next little bit of time.
This is Dicky preparing for the Bass in the Bucks tomorrow, which he will easily catch 25 to 30 pounds of.
Did you want one of these mud bugs
bass
before you go?
No, I just need to organize it.
Oh wait, open that box back up for me, would you?
No.
Let's show the people at home how you
know
organize.
exactly where it's at.
So let's say you wanted a lizard. Which box would that be in?
It's laying right there.
Lizard box.
Let's see it.
Look, he didn't even have to look. Oh, that's not a lizard.
That's not a lizard. That's not a lizard.
It's right there.
That's
Yeah, that's
absolutely
no
not a
lizard.
lizard.
That would not be a lizard there.
right.
Lizard.
All right, give him
good,
something else.
good.
What do you want to see?
We need to see a rattle trap and. Oh, look at it. That didn't take 2.5
That's not a rattle trap.
Well, it
well,
works.
but that's what he likes. He prefers the big-eyed
What else
jig.
you want?
Let's see a
Carolina ring.
Let's see a centipede.
Centipede.
1 Mississippi, 2 Mississippi.
Oh,
That's
that's
impressive.
good.
That's impressive.
really good.
Tripworm?
Let's see a watermelon candy fluke. 1 Mississippi,
Oh, wait.
2 Mississippi,
Those are down here in
3
the bottom of the
Mississippi,
sack.
4 Mississippi, 5 Mississippi,
Oh, man.
6 Mississippi.
Hey, oh, that was not.
It's like a roper. He throws his hands up when he gets a cap tie.
Here it is. He's broken 2 rod tips and flattened 3 guys over there. Meantime.
Here in the historical tackle library with the gin martini of Mr. Reed. And what you'll find here is Mr. Newberry has a specific set of tackle here in this box. And what you'll find is you'll find shallow running jerk baits that go along with crankbaits that run 25 feet deep. I'm not sure what genre that would be, but you always, young anglers out there watching us here on YouTube, you want to make sure and get the wiggle wart that you've hit on the cowling of your boat and put it in with the rattle trap, or that would be a Cordell hotspot, along with the deep bill crankbait, which you can tell from the paint has actually never been thrown, ever. That bait's never touched the water except what was here. Here's another box. Don't spill the liquid there. Now this is old school.
This is Toledo Bend, 1990s. You had your shallow water bite that required one of these very industrious mud bugs
Yes.
that you would throw on about 50-pound monofilament and drag it through the mud, stirring up as much particulate as you possibly could
Particulate.
to then bump into a stump with hopes of snagging a largemouth. No largemouth in their right mind would ever eat this bait. This was purely a snagging technique used by professional anglers during that era of bass fishing history.
This last one, I sat here, I had to call Sarah in here. She's like, what are you laughing so hard about? This one's self-explanatory. This one's just precious, funny, silly. Oh my gosh, and Branham's reaction to this is awesome.
I got a big issue about littering in the lake. I once fished with a guy who wanted to team fish with me, and he threw a plastic bag in the water, and I told him don't ever do that again, and an hour later he did it again, and we never fished together since. So I will only throw organic material in the lake, apple core, you know, banana peel, stuff like that. So I opened the glove box yesterday looking for something, I think for my hat, and there was a bag in there that was obviously from the donut shop. So I just, without thinking about it, opened it, grabbed it, and threw it. It was 2 old kolaches out of the boat, and then wadded up the bag and stuck it in my trash box in here. And the dogs went crazy because they saw those kolaches. Little did I know, those were Brian's kolaches he had bought for us to eat that day. So this is his reaction, and my reaction once I realized what I had done to him. I felt bad, but it was so funny. Here you go.
Move. No, you're not gonna, look at that, look at her. I threw those old,
Oh no. You didn't throw my kolaches out, did you?
Oh, oh no!
Well, I bought those this morning.
Oh, I thought those were Sarah. Hey,
You got
hey!
much.
I do. I brought you a sandwich. Hey,
When I walked up to your this is looking at that right there makes me want to cry.
your kolaches out.
I asked when I walked up to your boat, I said I got us a really rare lunch.
I'm gonna have to bleep that.
I can't believe you did that. I really can't. That sucks. Makes me want to cry. I could not wait to eat them.
I'm sorry, I took your
I wasn't too
kolaches.
far off eating one of them.
Oh crap! I feel bad.
Man. It's hard enough out here.
Oh, that ain't
I
right.
watch someone throw my shit away. Kenneth, I'm not supposed to bring lunch on the boat. You should tell
I don't
me.
think y'all can see this, but that's Brian's kolaches floating down the boat. I thought that Sarah had left them in
There they
here
are. There goes my lunch.
from like a couple of weeks ago.
I brought those all. I got up early to go get those from a certain place.
So I threw his kolaches in. I feel so bad.
Boy.
Oh crap, that's bad. I did at least bring him a sandwich, so wow, that's awful.
So by the way, that's the guy. A lot of you guys ask me for guide recommendations, and I almost always give you Brian Brown. If you're going to Rayburn, I don't believe there's anybody that strictly black bass fishes that spends any more time on the water than Brian does. So, but super good friend and one of the funniest reactions. I don't know where he had gone to get those donuts that morning to get those kolaches, but he was heartbroken. If you listen to his comments in the background of me laughing, he's stunned that happened. But anyway, I thought you guys would enjoy those. Pretty funny stuff. I've got more stuff coming up later this week. We're getting in the pool to do some tackle testing, and we're going to get some fishing in, we hope, as well. So we'll see you guys soon, and check out my Instagram, Ken Smith Fishing 2.0. Thanks, guys.